welcome back to the channel. Today in front of me I have a lovely box of vegetables from Lidl for £1.50. Many of you were questioning whether the Lidl still doing the boxes or not. They have, to be fair, disappeared from our Lidl for quite a little while. I assumed because of obviously the current crisis and obviously things are being so expensive, people just literally queuing up, going there first thing and obviously buying them up. However, they seem to be appeared back. And to be fair, today I popped into Lidl and I popped in there about 10 o'clock and I still had 2 boxes left. You normally don't get, or I normally don't get a lot of time to kind of have a look through the boxes because you're kind of in a queue, you go in, get out. But there were 2 boxes there and one of them looked like literally just full of potatoes. And then I've seen this box that looked rather okay. So I thought, you know what, so far a couple of veggies in there, let's pick it up. So I brought it home, so I wanted to show you what we have. And then hopefully we're going to share with you what we're actually going to do with it, because all well and good, you know, buying a bunch of vegetables, but I think people finding it difficult to actually understand what to do, not everybody, but what to do with the boxes and how to make the best of them to make the meals. Of course, you can't make the whole weekly meal from the stuff you get in there because it's purely vegetarian. However, with a small addition of the things you have in your pantry, you should be able to make a good couple meals out of that. So let's see what we have, okay? So first on top we have a British unwashed spinach. And this is actually a big bag. This is, was it 400 grams I've seen? 450 grams, okay? And it's looking okay. It's a little bit wet, tiny bit wet underneath, but that's not a problem at all. It happens to spinach anyway. So this is probably going to be the first things to be cooked, depending on the condition of everything else. So we have a lettuce, okay? They're quite big, actually, big cuts comparing to what you pick up in Tesco's at the moment. There is nothing wrong with them whatsoever, so that's good. We have a cucumber, okay, that's not even soft. Okay, tiny bit soft in the corner, but that's all right. Cucumbers in Tesco's now like 69p, I think in Lidl as well. So cucumber's good. We have a bag of potatoes, British white potatoes, okay. It's hard to see because they do have obviously the print on there. There's a couple of dodgy ones, but again, that's a lot of potatoes. A lot of potatoes. £1.50, guys. Think this is just the bag of potatoes. Okay, we have 2 onions. Seen better days and a bit wet, but okay, 2 onions. That's okay. We have a bag of cherry tomatoes. Again, it's a little bit wet inside. What normally happens is 1 or 2 gets a bit either squashed or rotten, and then of course they can't sell it or don't want to sell it, so they just make those boxes up. All we have to do is rinse them out and pick up the bad ones and put them in the fridge. We have 1 said lemon. Okay, that's good. We have 3 bananas, a little bit wet, but that's okay. So 3 bananas. If you just cut the tops off, they look like absolutely fine. And we have a sweet seedless pepperitos, sweet peppers. And I can see, okay, that there is, one of them is a bit wrinkly, and then one of them looks like it's started to go a tad funny. But however, guys, right, we are talking here £1.50. And for all of you who's not aware, guys, if you're watching from abroad, I don't know, maybe you have this in there as well, just comment below if Lidl does that for yourselves too. But it literally, as I understand, obviously they are trying to help out people who can't afford to eat vegetables and encourage people to eat veg. However, at the same time, boxes are put out with the stuff of the items that kind of gone past maybe their best kind of scenario. And typically what we and people used to in the supermarkets is currently people sort of used to things to being perfect, you know what I mean? But everything is packaged, unfortunately, in the plastic, so it's kind of hard not to be. But generally the idea is that they pick the items that kind of past best or have some leakage or some damage, and then they make those boxes and they sell them for £1.50 to help people out, because in the end of the day it saves them going to the landfill, save the waste, and it will save people money if you actually know what to do with it. So if you are, guys, lucky enough to have a Lidl near you that do the boxes and you've never bought one before, please consider they're there. And I know some people actually thought, and before I actually potentially thought that they're made up for, do you know, like a Waitrose do, you can pay for the bag and then you give it to charity. I really thought that there was kind of the same sort of thing, that you have to buy this but you have to give it to like a food bank or something, but not. You buy them and you do as you wish with the vegetables. So out of this, guys, right, just quickly thinking about it, we want to maximize what we get out of it. So £1.50 is, as I said, you cannot feed the whole family for a week. However, for 3 of us, I'm here looking at, and I think we can make 3 meals. Okay, hear me. Depends if you want to go totally vegetarian or if you want to add on meat. However, my initial thoughts are, I'm looking at this, is we've got some peppers and we've got some tomatoes. We can do a roasted pepper and tomato pasta. Yes, you have to buy pasta, but it is at the moment still very, very cheap. With the potatoes and spinach, we can make a sagaloo, which is like Indian dish. So we can cook some potatoes, cook some spinach, add on a couple of tomatoes from here, stir it up, add on some curry powder, some spices. They'll make a nice dish. Generally used as a side dish. However, is a vegetarian, maybe to just lighten up the week a bit, I think that could be really good. You can add on like a fried chicken, not fried chicken, but you can cook a chicken or cook some meat and serve this on the side if you choose to. And on the third item, I'm thinking a salad, because we have a cucumber and we have a salad and we have an onion as well and we have a lemon. So I'm thinking, okay, we can do crispy lettuce and cucumber salad, okay, with a little bit of onion and maybe a little bit of pepper if we keep a couple of those behind. And then we can make olive oil and lemon dressing to dress the salad. And then again, you can serve it with a little bit of meat. Or to be fair, sometimes I think, especially because it's fairly warm, it would be quite nice just to enjoy the freshness of the salad. So what I'm gonna do, guys, so this is my 3 meals. So I'm going to film that for you, and it's going to be tiny bit awkward, but I'm going to show you at least the results after I cooked it. As I said, because I have a little one, we have husband working shift work, it's a little bit difficult to sort of film me preparing the meals. However, I will try to do my best and show you at least the final results of day 1 or day 2 and day 3 what we're cooking. So you get to see and hopefully get inspiration from, some people look at the box of vegetables and they find it so scary because people just don't know what to do. But it is simple if you know what you're doing, and you can literally save yourself a tons of money if you're not buying. If you bought all those veg, you're probably looking at about a good £9. So you are saving yourself quite a bit of money. So I think as a first meal we're going to do today is depending on probably spinach and potatoes and chicken. I don't know. I'm going to ask my husband when he comes from work and then we decide what we're having. But I will see you on the day 1 of cooking, which will be later on. So this is, guys, dinner number 1. We've gone for sagaloo and I have chosen to add on a chicken breast with a little bit of a lemon butter. So this is what we have. And I'm rather happy for a day number 1 from my Lidl box. So here we are. It looks uber tasty, so I'm going to enjoy this and I will see you on the day number 2. So guys, day number 2, and today I'm not going to film you the whole recipe, but today I am cooking, like I said, the roast pepper and the roast tomato pasta from my Lidl box. I literally only used a handful of tomatoes yesterday for the sagaloo, so I still have a big chunk of tomatoes left. And I have the pack of peppers there with one manky one, which is going to take out. So all I'm going to do, this is going to be simple as, and as I said, I'm not really filming that. I'm just going to show you my final dish. But I'm just going to use a tray. I'm going to chop the chop the tomatoes in half, chop the peppers in half, shove them in my air fryer. Make sure they're so brown off a little bit. Then I'm just going to blitz them through with a little bit of olive oil to create the sauce, boil my pasta, and hey presto, done. So I'll put my pictures in the end of this so you get to see the meal. So here we are. This is dinner number 2. Roast tomato and roast pepper pasta with a little bit of basil on the top for decorations. It smells gorgeous and the sauce tastes absolutely lovely. So this is a perfect example of dinner on a budget. Yum yum. See you tomorrow. So guys, day number 3, and all we have left from our box is half a bag of potatoes, onion, lettuce and a cucumber, and I must say that all of those have actually held up well considering they were in the reduced box. So today, as a last recipe, very super simple recipe, I'm making a crispy lettuce and cucumber salad with a little bit of onion and served with a little bit of tuna and a home dressing. So I'll show you what we have. So there we are, guys. This is our dinner number 3. Lovely crunchy salad with tuna and a homemade dressing. Yummy. So guys, here we are. I really do hope that you have enjoyed this video or at least found it somewhat helpful. Just to summarize, out of the box that we bought from Lidl for £1.50, we managed to make 3 meals. However, as I've mentioned, we have a little bit of potato left and one salad, one piece of salad. So, however, that means you can also make maybe a fish cake and then serve this with a little bit of salad. So technically you can make 4 days of food out of their box with the small additions of your own food from the pantry. So just to recap, that the first meal we had a chicken served with the sagaloo potatoes. So addition from that meal for that meal was 2 breasts of chicken, which costed us £1 each, so £2 for the meal because I had bought them as a wholesale. So day number 2 we had we had a pasta. So addition to that £1.50, obviously vegetables, it's 20p worth of pasta for 2 meals. And at day number 3, obviously we're having a salad, and the addition is 2 tins of tuna for 50p each, so it's £1. So when you kind of add it all together, guys, it comes up to £4.70 for 3 adult meals. £4.70, and this is including the meat, so it's not vegetarian. So if you imagine, if you are vegetarian or you choose to omit the meat or fish from these recipes, you can kind of do a pretty well wholesome and thrifty recipes for even cheaper than that. So anyway guys, I do really hope that you enjoyed the recipe. If you have, not the recipe but the video, please thumbs up. If you feel like maybe I should do more of those, then I gladly do. Those boxes don't always come up in Lidl all the time, but I'm up for the challenge, you know, because this box, I feel it was kind of a little bit of lucky box. I give you that. It had enough of options to actually be able to make, well, I made 3, but 4 meals with your little additions. They're not always that friendly. I know sometimes boxes could be a little bit tricky. However, I am prepared to give that a go. So if you do want to see more of the thrifty recipes using the little £1.50 boxes, or any other maybe challenges to do with the, you know, not say cost of living prices, but something frugal, then please do comment below. Anyway, I see you guys later. Bye bye.